last Thursday, November 14th, 2019, Instagram removed likes from view for a portion of all of their users. So what's really happening and how will you be directly impacted? That's what I'm going to dive into in this video. Plus, at the end, I'm going to throw in my prediction of where this all goes from here. Hey, this is Leah Rae from ToddandLeahRae.com, and our channel is here to help you online entrepreneurs create the time freedom that you and your family truly deserve. So if that's what you're looking for, make sure that you subscribe and hit that cute little bell button for notifications so that we can help you do that. Now, what exactly is happening? Well, Instagram is removing the ability to see the number of likes that someone has received on a post. The CEO of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, says that it's, quote, about creating a less pressurized environment where people feel comfortable expressing themselves, unquote. So basically, they don't want people, especially young people, getting caught up in popularity contests or having comparisonitis, comparing themselves to others and focusing too much on getting more likes than others. So what does this look like? Well, if you're scrolling through Instagram, you'll be able to see the names of some of the people who've liked a post, but you are not going to see a total like count. Now, it's important to understand that you will still be able to see this information on your own account under the insight section of your Instagram account. It's not going to be right there in your face with all of your posts, and you're not going to be able to see it for other people's posts. Now, this change has already been in effect and tested in 7 different countries. So this may be old news to you if you are located in Australia, Brazil, Canada, Ireland, Japan, Italy, or New Zealand. Now, last Thursday, they finally started to roll this out and to test this with a portion of the users in the US. And the United States is by far where the highest number of Instagram users are located. So this is a really big step. Now, it's kind of interesting, but Instagram isn't alone on this idea of removing likes. Facebook started testing this in September in Australia, and Twitter is discussing it as well. There has been a lot of media attention about mental health and all the pressure that people feel to get likes on social media. So yes, it could be just a play to get good press. If you're a cynic, you can think like that, sure, yes. But I am choosing to see this as a good sign that they're actually looking to make a difference and to help with all the craziness for kids growing up in a social media world. Facebook, the parent company of Instagram, has reported that they are really excited by the early test results that they're seeing by removing likes. Now, it's important to note that not only is Facebook hiding likes from regular people's posts, but they're also hiding likes from ads, which is something that we need to dive just a little bit further into to see how it can impact us all. Now, as a marketer or as an entrepreneur on social media, we often use a powerful psychological tool called social proof. This is a phenomenon that if people see other people doing something, they are more likely to do it themselves. So in the example of likes, they are more likely to like something if they see other people are liking it. Typically, the more people they see doing something, the more likely they are to do it themselves. So if they aren't seeing those like numbers, they may not be as likely to hit that like button themselves. However, this doesn't mean it's a bad thing or that it's somehow going to hurt you. This just is something to be aware of. People will still be able to see all of the comments on a post. So you'll still have the comments to help with social proof and also to help you know if someone has a real, not fake, and engaged audience. And that is a concern that I've heard voiced from others about this change, that it will be harder to tell if someone has real followers or at least engaged followers if you can't see the number of likes. For example, if someone has 100,000 likes on their account, but they only get 20 likes on each post, you know something is up. Some people have also voiced concerns about this harming people's ability, especially smaller accounts, to get brand deals, since people won't be seeing up front in their face how big your reach is, how many likes you're getting on your post. Now, while this may change some of the dynamics of negotiating brand deals, I really don't think that this is the case that's going to harm you in any way, because what's way more important to a brand, to a marketer, someone who wants to promote a specific product or service through an influencer, it's more important that that influencer is getting comments, that they have a really, really engaged audience, because a comment on a post means that person is much more likely to make a purchase based on a recommendation from that person than someone who just drops a like. Comments are much more high quality engagement than just a like is. And we still can see all the comments. So what exactly does this mean for you? How is this going to affect your Instagram account or your business? Well, you may see some short-term negative effects just as everyone sort of gets used to the changes as it rolls out. But I think you may see an overall benefit in the long term. Honestly, we see this type of thing time and time again when it comes to the internet. YouTube, Facebook, Google, whoever, they make a change to their platform and it really shakes things up a bit. Maybe it hits your bottom line up front, but people learn to adjust and typically the end result is better all around. I've known people whose businesses were really hit from the big changes that we've seen in the past on YouTube or with Google ads, and yeah, they'll tell you straight up it sucked. They wouldn't want to go through that again, but if they're honest, they also admit that it's a much better platform now and that change needed to be made. Remember, the internet always changes. It always will. Those of us who learn to adjust and to pivot as necessary, we're the ones that will continue to grow and flourish. So I do have high hopes that these changes will be helpful to all of us and the Instagram platform as a whole. What we may see is that since people aren't just going to be posting whatever gets the most likes from people, they may feel more free to be a little more creative in real life and create better content. And without the social proof factor for getting likes, it may allow smaller accounts that create great content to grow more quickly, to get more exposure. Getting likes and exposure simply from the fact that they have great content. And some of those giant accounts that can really monopolize the algorithm may no longer get the crazy amount of exposure and likes without the social proof of all those likes if the content isn't really that good or unique. So it can leave some room for newer accounts. Now it is confession time. We have built up a very large following on Instagram over the years, but over the last year or so, personally, I've become fairly disenfranchised with it and kind of started to avoid it. I just got so sick of seeing the photoshopped, picture perfect photos, and I started to feel like it was all just too fake, and that real people who can't afford to hire photographers and do photo shoots, or who weren't willing to do boob, butt, or bikini photos, were really limited on their growth and how big they really could grow on Instagram. It was all too staged and really just a kind of a big turnoff for me. So now I am very hopeful that this change is the beginning of an overall culture change within Instagram, bringing back real life, real people, and creative creators. Because honestly, if I have to look at another picture perfect stage photo of your white, pink, and gold accented office, I might, Ralph. So I encourage you to see this as an opportunity to grow, to get more real, and to get more creative with your Instagram account. So that's my take on what this means and the hopes of where it can go. So I would like to hear from you. If you are on Instagram or you're hoping to be on Instagram in the future, please leave me a comment on your take on all of this, what you're worried about, what you're excited about, and where you see it going from here. Now, if you'd like some help with some free tools that can help you really boost your Instagram game, then you want to click the video. There's a link or a video in the upper right corner of your screen or at the top of the description. Click on that. Watch that one next. Again, this is Leah Rae from ToddandLeahRae.com, and I'll see you soon.